Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3, and this is episode 6 maybe of our squad builder. I can never remember what number it is. Yeah, never remember it. So anyway, guys, this is a team. I think it's our first bronze team we've done, and as you can see, it is an MLS bronze team. What team is that? We've got 3 of them. Sporting Kansas. Okay, so it's an MLS bronze team. We don't have a funny name for this one, unfortunately. There is no funny pun you can use with MLS bronzes, unfortunately. So that's a negative already. Right. So anyway, let's get straight into this one, and we're going to go straight to the keeper. We're going to build from the back as always, and our first keeper. Oh, we got 2. Right, I'll use this guy first, and I'll put the other one on the bench. Oh shit, hang on. The other guy actually was, he was from the, hang on, there's a keeper. The other one was from the Senegalese squad builder. This guy, Kunjuru. I couldn't pronounce it in the last one as well. Kunjuru. Yeah, he's a pretty good player, but he's not. He didn't quite get in over this guy. This guy, as you can see, his stats are, they're more important in the handling. I mean, look at the handling of the Kundu. That's what really kind of let him down, and the positioning as well. And that is why we kind of would go for this guy. I have no idea how to pronounce that name, guys. Look at that. Gwenumbuan. I thought it would be easy with the MLS bronzes. This guy is awesome. He'll cost you about 800 coins maybe. This is quite an expensive team, as the MLS ones quite normally are. Now, you can play this guy. He is De La Garza. He is an American. He is a silver. I used him a couple of times. He'll be the only silver in the team, but he's almost as good as these guys. Well, not quite actually. These guys are pretty good. We've got White here, who looks completely and utterly confused. Ethan White. 75 pace is the main stat, which is pretty damn good for a bronze defender. And 70 heading and 62 defending, which I'm pretty sure is around where a bronze centre back for an MLS club would want to be at. And yeah. He cost me about 1,000 coins, along with this guy, a Colombian Cuesta maybe, 70 defending and 67 heading, both pretty damn beast stats, and 74 pace. Again, it's pace that's the main stat here, and he's both of them can catch up with pretty much any bronze striker you've got going, unless they're really speedy ones. Our right back is an American. The first American I think it is Sarkodie maybe. Sarkodie. 84 pace, which is damn good for a wing back, especially a bronze one. Pretty shitty defending and not great heading or passing. He kind of lets him down there, but as you know, in a defender, all you need is a pace to kind of catch up with people. And with 84 pace in the bronze kind of region, he will work wonders. Next up, we've got a 4-star skiller. A left back 4-star skiller playing for the almighty Whitecaps. It's Tilber. He's a Canadian. 75 pace, which isn't great, but 62 passing and dribbling, which are pretty damn good. Look at that defending and heading stats though. How is a defender? I will never know. Looks like a failed left back to me, but he's got 4-star skills, so if you plan on going any skill runs down the left hand side, he is your man. Next up, we've got another Canadian. We'll just get him out. Is this guy. How he says, Soares. He looks a bit like El Shaarawy, and he plays a bit like El Shaarawy without the 5-star skills. He's got 77 pace, which is pretty damn good for a centre mid, to be honest, in the bronze region. He's got decent passing for bronze, pretty good heading and pretty good defending. He plays that kind of middle role perfectly. There's not really a bad stat on him besides the shooting, but he did score a couple of long shots for me, this guy. So, you know, sometimes you find on bronze cards the stats can not really match up to the gameplay. Next up, who did I play? I played this guy. Next up we have Tisciani. Every stat there is solid for a bronze player, all 60 or above. He's more of a defensive player, and he'll kind of sit in that role perfectly for you. And yeah, he'll cost you about, I don't know how much he'll cost you, about 1,000 coins. Pretty much all these players along here will cost you 1,000. This guy maybe will cost you a bit more because he's got 4-star skills. I think I paid 1,000 for all of them. Next up, I played this guy. He's a Scotsman playing in the MLS, and again, pretty solid stats from him. His passing isn't great. He has got pretty good shooting, decent pace, decent defending. You play quite. All of these players are good defenders, and you've got good defenders in themselves besides this guy. So it's pretty solid defense, and it builds on a really strong attack. Our centre forward is Aduru. Ghanaian. 92 pace is all we're looking at here. The problem is his passing is absolute shit. So you will be caught out every now and again. What I actually did in the end was, oh, I didn't play him. Hang on, let me find the player I played. What I did, I played a player just, I played a striker in there purely because the passing was quite important to me. I played this guy in there with 61 passing. Because Aduru, despite the fact he's got the pace, his 38 passing does let him down. But if you're someone that likes to play off the pace and the passing isn't too bad, I would recommend him. He'll cost you about, he cost me about 1,500 coins, so you're not exactly breaking the bank for him. Next up front, we've got a player, I think KSI mentioned him, White. This guy is called White. He's got 82 pace, which is pretty damn good for a bronze team, and 60 shooting, and he's so strong. Again, 38 passing. There's some shocking stats on these guys, but he's Jamaican and he's a beast. Really good. He plays like a silver, maybe poor gold for me. And he'll cost you about 800 coins. All these players will cost about 800 to 1,300 coins, pretty much all of them. And he'll just do a really good job. He's strong, he's fast, and he's got a good shot on him. And that's pretty much all you need in a striker. Only 3-star skills. The only 4-star skiller so far we have is their left back, but we've got one up front in, not him, this guy. He's another Senegalese, I think. Is that Senegalese? Senegalese. And he has 78 pace, which isn't great, but 70 dribbling and 72 heading. So he'll not only score headers for you, but he's also got 4-star skills. And you've got a great balance of here of strength, pace, and skills, and all of them will do a really good job for you, and all of them will cost about 1,000 coins. Great strike partnership here, probably one of the best bronze one going, in my honest opinion. And both of these, oh shit, what have I done? Both of these strikers are absolute beasts. Now I'm just going to show you the bench. There aren't really any players that are kind of like, you know, that expensive, to be honest. It's the silver MLS players that I was expecting, you know, and I thought that might carry on into bronzes, but it didn't. It is a pretty damn cheap and good bronze team, and if I had them all in the right formation, they would be 99 chem. Right, this is a guy we saw in the we saw him in the Serbian squad builder. It's Kojic or Kušić or Kojic. He's got pretty good stats. Not really, they don't hold up at all to the keeper there, but he's cheap and he did a pretty good job for me, to be honest. He's pretty strong. We got Salgado here. He's got crap stats, but he cost me about 200 coins. He's got a good head on him. This is Prim. He's another 4-star player. If you want to use him, just slot him in there. He's got 4-star skills. That's it, though, to be quite frankly honest. The rest of his stats are crap. Next up is Dubé. Now, is it me, or does that guy look older than... he doesn't. He looks too old to be playing football. I don't think I ever used this guy, to be quite frankly. 6'1", and how old is he? Apparently he's like 29 maybe. I couldn't quite work that out. My maths isn't great, but he's got 80 pace and 58 shooting, and that's about it. It's a pretty good striker. We got Arnaud here, or Arnaud, obviously. There's a bit of French in him somewhere. And again, these players that have about 60 across the board, 60 or above, is a good bronze player, and he'll do a pretty damn good job in the middle. He gets he does a pretty good job. He's a good player. Next up is Diop, another Senegalese player, and 77 heading is pretty much it in the defending. He's another defensive player. Next up we got Myers. Now, is that a man or a woman? Very girlish looking, not gonna lie, and he's got good pace and good defending stats for a bronze. I got him for like 200 coins, I think, and he did a really good job for me. These are two guys I mentioned before, and finally we got this guy who I just played as a striker. So all in all, guys, this team is pretty damn good for the price you pay for it. I mean, for this whole squad, I think I paid about 15k. It was definitely worth it, purely because it's interesting. I definitely recommend playing with bronzes. They're pretty damn fun to use, and very exciting and interesting to use as well. And this team, especially with a mixture of skills and defensive ability and pace, is definitely an interesting one to use, and this is probably the favourite team I've used so far in my squad builder series, and I would definitely recommend you guys checking it out, especially for the price you have to pay. So yeah, guys, I definitely recommend getting this team, and I'll see you guys later.